Dear children, let us study history today because while we are studying history, it helps us to get ideas from the past and to modify something new to the present. Or it helps us to correct some of our mistake from the ideas from past. Anyhow, studying history is very important. Let us come to our first lesson of our 10th standard history. And the name is Emergence of Nationalism in Europe. Children, people are identifying or recognizing in their modern world by nationality, and people are belongs to nation and have a sense of unity. Many nations in present world formed during and after mid 18th century. Early before, people lived in kingdoms, princely state, etc. didn't give a chance for them to keep a feeling of belongingness. The first lesson gives an overall view about the different situations and events in which new nations were formed in Europe as a whole by the earnest effort of great leaders along with the participation of ordinary people. With the hard work of people under able leadership, different territories were unified and national governments were formed. Some countries or nations formed after fierce battle, some others with a political or ideological conflict also. Let us go through the lesson now. In 1848, a famous French artist, Frédéric Soriot, prepared a print visualizing his world made up of democratic and social republics. In his painting, he visualized nations by flags and national costumes. Each countries hold a flag of different color. As French Revolution, which took place in 1789, already contributed lots of icons in order to symbolize the absolute administrations. All such icons or images lie on the foreground of his painting as a symbol of decay or downfall of absolutism. Do you know what is absolutism? It is a kind of monarchical government that was centralized, militarized, and repressive. So, the painter shows the end of absolutism in his work, and the people in the procession who move towards the Statue of Liberty includes people from USA, Switzerland, France, Germany, Austria, Kingdom of Two Sicilies, Lombardy, Poland, England, etc. And the procession is blessed by Christ, saint and angels from heaven above. By this painting, Soriot expressed his vision of end of absolutism and the emergence of new nations with blessings from heaven. So children, what is a nation? A nation is a territory with a definable political boundary in which majority of its citizens develop a sense of common identity. This commonness didn't exist from time immemorial, but created through struggles, actions, etc. of leaders and people. So, this lesson discusses about the emergence of number of nation states and nationalism in Europe. Let us learn the role of French Revolution in creating the sense of nationalism first. We know the socio-economic religious circumstances that led to the outbreak of French Revolution. When the freedom of common people suppressed by the Bourbon rulers, it resulted in the reaction of people under the inspirational words of philosophers and ended in the transformation of power from monarchy to an elected body of the French citizen. From the very beginning of the revolution, in order to create a sense of unity among different group of people, revolutionaries introduced various terms like La Patrie or Les Citoyens, etc. La Patrie stands for fatherland, which creates a security for people, and La Citoyen stands for the citizen, that gives a dignity for the citizens or the people of that country. A tricolor flag chosen to replace the former royal standard. A State General was replaced by elected body named National Assembly. New national anthem was composed and pledges were taken. All these changes were in the name of a nation instead of a kingdom. Centralized administration, equality before law, uniform weight and measures, common language, etc., made the people to think about a nation. And moreover, revolutionaries declared it as their mission to liberate the people of Europe from all kinds of absolutism and to make nations in Europe. As a result, Jacobin Club were formed after or during the end of this French Revolution, and all these moved to Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, and to Italy also in 1790s, and they spread the ideas of nationalism across all these countries. When Napoleon came to the throne of France in 1804, even though democratic principles disappeared from France, he introduced revolutionary principles in France to make the country and the administration effective. And he introduced many reforms together called Napoleonic Code or Civil Code of 1804, which created a sense of equality among all groups of people where he ruled. Napoleonic Code brought revolutionary changes in socio-economic life of people. By this code, it supported the following changes. Just like it removed all the privileges based on birth for any community, and it established equality before law for all type of citizens, and it secured right to property for all types of group of people or communities, and abolished feudal system, and it cancelled serfdom and manorial dues. Then guild restrictions were removed, which helped the trade and commerce to improve. Then communication and transportation system also improved for total development of nation, and he introduced a common national currency for the trade and commerce to get it developed as much as possible. All the changes introduced by Napoleon created a feeling of equality, unity and dignity among all group of people, not only in France but in the different territories wherever Napoleon has his power across Europe. But we can understand that all group of people didn't accept the changes as it is, or as it led to lots of problems later. Anyhow, reforms introduced by Napoleon in his empire created a spark of revolutionary changes in the minds of Europeans, which later led to the formation of many new nations. So, let us conclude today by realizing the fact that even though the despotic rulers were much or enough powerful to suppress the people, the messages put forward by French Revolution like liberty, equality and fraternity spread across the world, which resulted in the revolutionary changes also. So, French Revolution and Napoleon played a great role in the revolutionary or reformative changes and also for the emergence of nationalism in Europe. So, children, let us conclude today. Study well. Thank you.